Hey, Shalom against Salaki. Got to do a part 2 on this, man. You know, I was talking about go back to, I was reading right here, man, in the KJV. I was talking about the tempest winds, man. In the King James version, tempest refers to a violent wind or storm, man, appearing in verses like Acts 27:14, Matthew 8:24, and Jonah 1:4. The term is used both literally to describe storms at sea and metaphorically to represent divine power, judgment, or great trouble, man. That's the point right there, man. That's why the Lord is bringing, these tempest winds, man. Hey, he's bringing down his power to show, the world, man. Look, the Lord's nothing to be fucked with, man. To show him that he's bringing judgment, man. To show us too, man, of the great trouble that is about to hit Babylon the Great, man. Which he already is visiting the earth which he made, man. But we know it's going to get worse in Babylon the Great, man. 2 Ezra chapter 9, verse 1. Therefore, when there shall be seen earthquakes and upwards of the people, man. I'll start at verse 2. Or you know what? I'm going to start at verse 1. 2 Ezra 9 and 1. He answered me then and said, measure thou the time diligently in itself. And when thou seest part of the signs which I have told thee before, then shalt thou understand that it is the very same time wherein the highest will begin to visit the world which he made, man. And we're seeing this with these winds, upwards of the people. Verse 3, therefore when there shall be seen earthquakes and upwards of the people in the world, man, then shalt thou well understand that the Most High spake of those things from the days that were before thee, even from the beginning. For like as all that is made in the world hath a beginning and an end, and the end is manifest, man. It says, even so the times also of the highest have plain beginnings and wonders and powerful works and endings in effects and signs, man. And what are these effects and signs, man? These tempest winds, the earthquakes, upwards of the people, man. Look at this, man.
November 9th, 2000.
They just had a 3.6 in the San Francisco Bay.
Quick hiring.
Hayward.
An earthquake. There's an earthquake.
Magnitude 3.7 earthquake just occurred near San Francisco and San Ramon, California. A day ago, man, tsunami alert in Japan after 6.7 magnitude earthquake off coast. Hey, that's the spirit, man. Tsunami alert in Japan, man. 6.7. This was last month in the Philippines. And just look, hey, the Philippines been getting hit heavy, man. They had this earthquake last month. Cebu, Philippines too. The Lord killed a lot of people out there in that big ass earthquake, man. And now Typhoon Kalmigi and Wang Fong, whatever. Hey, the Lord's bringing judgment, man. I'll close on out with this precept right here, man. Hebrews chapter 10, verse 31, man. It is a fearful thing to fall into the hands, Salakia. It is a fearful thing to fall into the hands of the living power, man. Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, man. Hey, we want to be on the right end of this thing, man. We don't want to be on the wrong end, man. But with that, I'd like to turn to the east and give all praises to Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, Bahashim, Kakwadash. I hope this lesson was